Just last week, China announced that it plans to impose export restrictions on two important minerals, which are both used in semiconductors and EV batteries. This, they say, is in retaliation of our own export controls on certain semiconductors to China. China is doing this because they can. They control the vast majority of rare earth and critical minerals in the entire world. China has a long history of engaging in trade wars with the United States and other countries, and the world's increasingly dependence on critical minerals and China's growing control over these same minerals. It will only lead to a greater and greater threat to the United States and our allies. What is stopping China from banning the export of cobalt, nickel, or copper? Critical minerals will be the most sought-after commodity of this 21st century. And the United States is setting up China to hold the same power OPEC did over global oil supply chain in the 70s. The opportunity we have here in the United States is not only become a critical mineral independent, but become critical mineral dominant. We have an incredible opportunity to export these minerals to allies and partners around the globe, lessening the grip of countries like China on global supply chains. Senator Bach, thank you for agreeing to come here and be an expert witness. On behalf of Northeastern Minnesota, your service to our state is commendable. We want to talk about promoting mining. In your statement, you said there's trillions of dollars. I want to add to that because a leading geologist said there's trillions and trillions and trillions of minerals in the Duluth complex. When crafting trade agreements with other countries, one of the biggest focuses of policymakers is protecting our workers here in the United States, along with ensuring workers in other countries have proper working conditions and receive fair wages. Senator, in your written testimony, you touched upon some of the projects here in Minnesota that are being held up at every turn. One project in particular is on its 20th year of permitting and just had its Clean Water Act permit pulled a few weeks ago. Historic. Never has happened in the United States.
Happy Monday. Senators Bill Cassidy and Angus King have confirmed that they are working on a plan that would save Social Security. Lawmakers are considering new options to protect Social Security and beneficiaries. Under this plan, millions of Americans would immediately receive more benefits. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to learn more about this. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dear friends, please enter these weekly giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to the Social Security Administration, in 2023, an average of about 67 million Americans per month will receive a Social Security benefit, totaling over $1 trillion in benefits paid during this year. Social Security is a lifeline for millions across the country. There are concerns that the program, in its current form, will not be able to survive the next decade. But now lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are looking for ways to save the program. Senators Angus King and Bill Cassidy wrote in a recent statement, "The Social Security Fund will be insolvent in less than a decade if Congress chooses to do nothing. Current law requires painful 24% cuts to benefits and a daunting future for fulfilling our promises." According to the senators, if lawmakers can come together now, they can preserve and protect the retirement security of all Americans now and long into the future. The senators are reportedly considering gradually increasing the retirement age to 70 years old. However, conversations are ongoing and still in the early stages. Both senators have said it is important to look at all the components of a solution together, especially in the context of the crisis we face if nothing is done. There are dozens of considerations being weighed to protect Social Security, including locking early retirement at 62, and ironclad protection for lower-wage workers, and seeking avenues to increase benefits immediately. The lawmakers have confirmed that under their plan, millions would immediately receive more, and no one would receive less. It is far from clear whether the two senators will be able to agree on a solution that can get broad support in the Senate. The two parties are far apart on how to deal with Social Security, with Biden and Democrats calling for new revenues to fund the long-term shortfall and enhance benefits, while many Republicans push for reducing spending in the long run. Biden has used the issue to criticize Republicans, who have in recent years proposed a variety of cuts, such as raising the eligibility age of Social Security, hoping to turn seniors who strongly support the program against the GOP. White House officials have given a timeline for when to expect more details about the president's Plan B to cancel student debt for millions of borrowers, while newly announced actions like reducing discretionary income for income-based repayments are declining to report missed payments to credit bureau agencies for 1 year, will certainly help some borrowers in the short term. What is not clear is whether the Biden-Harris administration's plan to issue targeted relief under the Higher Education Act will go as far as the president's original program. On June 30th, the High Court ruled that Education Secretary Miguel Cardona, under the HEROES Act, does not have legal authority to issue debt relief up to $10,000 for all borrowers who make less than $125,000 and up to $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. Hours later, Biden unveiled his Plan B, girded in a different law, but with little details. The Higher Education Act was signed into law by President Johnson in 1965. The law grants the Department of Education broad power to strengthen educational resources for colleges and universities. In the case of Biden's new plan, to explore other legal pathways to enact student debt relief, the Department of Education will have to conduct a negotiated rulemaking process, which includes forming a committee of stakeholders to research and develop policy rules. The committee then works to reach a consensus and then sends a report back to the federal agency. After the Department of Education receives the proposal, it will publish it in the Federal Register. The public will then have a period of time to provide comments on the proposed rule. After those steps have been completed, the department will issue a final rule. Student loan advocates say they welcome Biden's newly announced programs after the Supreme Court's ruling. However, they are calling for the White House to issue relief swiftly. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. My dear friends, thank you so much for being here every day and for being part of this community. I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, please make sure that you enter the giveaway by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.